What's up everyone? I am back. I'm out in the mines at the moment and I thought I'd make another video. This one is just going to be talking about why I choose to be a casual employee rather than full-time, rather than have a roster and all of that. So in a roster you're kind of locked in. You're locked in on a 2-in-1 or a 3-in-1 or whatever. So casual work, I just get called up. I get asked if I can work these dates, or they send me a calendar that they have and I just pick and choose what dates I want to work. Sometimes jobs get cancelled or whatever or pushed back, and that just kind of shifts around a bit. But I'm generally pretty busy. I'm actually more busy than what I'd be on a roster. This allows me to line jobs up like one after the other. So sometimes I've been having swings where I do like back to back swings and I have 8 weeks work or like 6 weeks work where I just do back to back to back, and I'll fly back for like a day or two and then fly back out for another 2 weeks, fly back for a day or two, and then fly back out for a week and a half. So like casual to me is great because I'm not trying to just stay on a roster the whole time. Casual work to me is awesome because it gives me heaps of free time at home to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not obligated to come to work. I'm kind of free. I'm not set on a roster. I'm not set with a company, so I can kind of float around as much as I like, which is great. And I get heaps of work given to me, which is awesome. So throughout the year with people with rosters, they kind of stick to that roster. It's hard for you to go out of it. You got to take sick leave or holiday leave and things like that to organize. With this, there's none of that, and plus you get the casual loading on top, so you get better rates rather than a lot of full-time rates, or rostered rates is a little bit less, so it's good for that aspect. As long as your company has heaps of work, then you're pretty much set, so I'm good. The thing is, with being casual, you don't get sick leave, you don't get holiday pay, any of those kind of bonuses, which I don't really care about. Honestly, I couldn't give a stuff. If I'm not at work, I shouldn't be getting paid. That's just how I see it. So if I'm out here, I want to get paid. If I'm back at home, I'm not expecting to get paid, so I couldn't care about sick leave and all of that. I never really had that. In my 8 years of being in the crane industry, I've never really had sick leave or anything like that, so it doesn't really bother me. I just come out here, I make a lot of dosh, I make all more money I need, and then I go back to Perth and just kick back for like a week or two, and then boom, fly back out for another week and a half or whatever. They kind of keep me busy, so some jobs are like 5-day jobs, which is awesome. I'm not stuck out here for 2 weeks at a time. I'm only out here for like 5 days or 6 days or whatever, which is still great to me because I'm going to be earning, like a 2 weeks wage in 1 week. So I might as well do that rather than out here for 2 weeks in the hot sun and I can't be stuffed doing that. Just 5 days, nice and easy, in and out. Also, I'm getting Qantas points on top of this. So being a casual employee, you're flying quite a lot. So I'm getting Qantas points every flight I take, whether it's a small day job or whatever. Rather than, when you fly up on a roster, you just got that set flight. I've got like, within one swing, I've got like 4 flights or whatever, which is awesome. So definitely being like a casual employee, I enjoy it so much more rather than being on rostered work. Eventually next year, I want to try and live in Asia. That's the plan. So I would need to be on a roster if I am living in Asia. So I'm working towards that, and we'll see how things go. But that's my plan anyway, and that's why I kind of like being a casual. So the last 2.5 years of being in Australia working in the mines, that's all I've really done is casual work, which is great.